What we gonna do right now is go back, way back.
Baby.
What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash? I'm serious. Where you are, not ever. Oh, not the Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing? Oh, but ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your wings is so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your ass. Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast. Yes, buddy, we are here. I'm happy that you guys were able to join me today. It's been a long week. It's been a long, and it's just started Tuesday. And it's been, well, my week never ends. I go from shit. What? See how confused I am when you start running for Congress? It becomes like it literally becomes an everyday process. It's like, oh, you like my shirt? You see my shirt? You like that? That's a dope ass fucking shirt, bro. I'm telling you, that's a dope shirt. You like that, right? Full circle. So this election, man, it goes, woo. I mean, how many more days we got left? But it's actually right now. The election is right now. I mean, I don't know my head. I don't know my head from my feet to the back of my, you know what? I don't know it all. It's just, it goes and goes and goes. You know, I normally do the show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so here we are on Tuesday because I didn't do the show yesterday because I was going door to door, knocking on doors in my district and talking to some good people and get some great feedback. You know, a lot of the people say, yo, we never had somebody running for office knock on our door, which is amazing to me. I'm like, a lot of things that I'm finding in this congressional race that has not been happening. It's amazing. I'm like, nobody never knocked on your door. No person asked for your vote to come directly to you, you know, and we've been doing that, you know, and me, the kids, you know, I got a bunch of young folks. I got a combination of older folks and younger folks, you know, and they're going here and they're doing the job, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. I love it. I love it. I love everything about this campaign because it's allowing me to teach some young people like myself, because I remember when I was a kid, you know, and I gave out, I don't know how I got recruited to give out flyers for Carrie Meek when she was running for Congress. I gave out flyers. I went to her office. I think her office was 54th Street or something like that, 7th Avenue. And she had a little office there, and we would give out the flyers and put it on the cards. Every little flyer, every little volunteer count. And that's the main thing. People don't realize how important these elections are as volunteers, you know, and that's why I love my volunteers. We got over 500 volunteers that's want to be involved in the campaign. A lot of you guys, we haven't reached out to you, but we are going to reach out to you because, you know, it's an overwhelming list of people. It just shows how much love a lot of people from around the country that are supporting the campaign. And we love the fact that you're supporting it. A lot of people, you know, making those $5 donations. We really appreciate that too, because that's what this campaign is all about. It's a $5 donation campaign. You know, people say that, but I literally says that and about that. We don't take any money from any special interest groups. So this campaign won't have $1 billion in the campaign fund. It won't have all that money, because when you have all that money, as you know, and have been looking at a lot of these politicians and people combing into their financial report, you'll see that majority of those monies come from special interest group. And so a lot of special interest group put a lot of money on their horse. You know, it's no different than what Elon Musk did. Elon Musk put a bunch of money on Donald Trump, and the people, every aspect of, you know, what has happened with him in his race. And you see him and his homeboys getting money, you know, and a lot of them getting away with a lot of different restrictions, and him going and taking oil from Venezuela because the people from Citgo put a bunch of money in his campaign, my understanding, my opinion. And they were in a lawsuit with Venezuela. And so what ends up happening is, if you put a bunch of money in that man's campaign, then he's going to go and take your dictator out. He's going to hijack your oil for his homeboy, because his homeboy put the money in the campaign. And that's the thing that people need to realize, how campaigns really work, you know. And that's why when a person like myself say I'm not taking any special interest group money, is because if I take some money from a developer, then that developer is going to want something in return. It's no different than the jailhouse mentality. It's no different than street mentality. It's no different than anything. If you give somebody some money, then you want something in return. If you give somebody some trinkets, you want something in return. They don't know these people. They don't know these candidates. And so they don't know me from a can of paint. They come to me and say, Luke, you know, what about, you know, you have about $100 million for, you know, you got about $1 billion for affordable housing development. We want a piece of that. To get a piece of that, we will give you $100,000 to put into your campaign. And then we'll have our other friend Who the welder? He'll give another 50,000. We'll have another friend who's the cement guy. He'll put another 50,000. So before you know it, you'll have about $500,000 in your campaign, and you can run your campaign and you can win. But in return, we expect to get all of that work for affordable housing. And that's how it works. That is how your community get gentrified. That is how your community get lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not about that life, because again, look, man, they could talk all they want. I'm not taking any of that money, and I'm not buying an election. You know, a lot of people, like, you know, one of my opponents, before they took the money out of their own personal account, so they said, and bought the election. I'm not buying no election. I'm not, because again, I don't think you should be able to use your own personal money to go and buy an election. You know, a certain amount. You can loan the campaign X amount of dollars, but why am I buying an election? Why would I put in all this money to do something wrong? I would expect to get a return on my investment also. So I'm going to buy an election to get a job that pays $170,000. Y'all got to make it make sense. Y'all got to understand how this shit works. That's why I look, right? And I say to myself, are y'all like, is ethic, not ethics, but do we have a educational class in school where we're teaching simple civics? Is it civics being taught? And I start thinking about it. I'm like, civics is not really being taught. It wasn't even taught when I was in school. But those people teach civics at their house. And that's why they understand the political process. I have to go into a whole civic conversation when I'm talking to people, because people will start talking to me, asking me about, oh, so what you going to do about the school board? So what you going to do about my code compliance coming to my house? And so that tells you that a lot of people don't understand, you know, who does what and how they do it. And a lot of people want people to be blind to the fact of those things, because that is their way. If they don't really understand the political process, that gives them a reason to go lie. Okay, well, yeah, you know, you want code compliance to come to your house. All right. So if you vote for me, I'm gonna bring code compliance, and I'm gonna make sure that they take care of everything that needs to be taken care of at your house. No, I'm running for a federal office, but that is what happens along the way. And those people cannot go back to the community in which they've asked for the votes. And that's why a lot of people along this trail, first thing they ask, are you going to come back at some point in the conversation? Are you going to come back and talk to us and have a conversation with us? Because most people get elected and you never see them anymore. You're right. They go get elected, you never see them anymore. Why you don't see them anymore? Because once they become the incumbent, it is virtually difficult. It's not hard, but it's really difficult to get them out, because when they become the incumbent, all the special interest groups give them the money. Everybody giving them, all the unions automatically are going to support the incumbent. All the Miami Herald, the Sun Sentinel, they're all going to always endorse the incumbent or the person with the most money. That's what they're going to endorse, because they want to look good. You know what I'm saying? And so again, who gets screwed? The people. Because the people don't know no better. They're sitting up there looking at their Miami Herald and they're looking at this Sun Sentinel and say, oh, if the Sun Sentinel likes her, then they've done their due diligence. I'm going to go with the propaganda machine and go for them because they're not going to steer me wrong. Yeah, they will. Like the Sun Sentinel endorsed the colonizer in my race, who shouldn't be over there because it's 54% African Americans. African American has held this seat for the last 30 years, but she's over here. I'm not going to call her name because I don't want to add any more yeast to her. But the Sun Sentinel endorsed it. Meanwhile, I never got an invite to even have a conversation with them about an endorsement, which I know there wasn't. Like the Miami Herald called me today. Luther, are you going to come to our meeting on Wednesday at 3 p.m. We're going to do it Zoom. Did you get an email from us? No, I didn't get the email. It's an endorsement meeting. I say, yeah, I'll come to your meeting because I'll come to your meeting. I'll talk to you because I already know you automatically going to endorse the colonizer. Well, that's something new on me. That's what the lady just told me. Oh, that's new on me. Come on. You're not endorsing the rapper, the businessman with the least amount of money in his campaign, but the biggest amount of notoriety. You're not going to endorse. Stop it. You know how that works. You guys work all together. Come on. I'll come to your meeting. I'll just have a conversation with you guys. I already know what you're going to do. Because no matter what I say, and no matter how much money I can bring to my district, no matter how passionate I am about this, no matter how much work I've done, no matter how much experience that I have, that you try and say I don't have. Because nobody in this race owns a business. The people that are endorsing in this race, well, one lady did. But at the end of the day, hey, I started my shit from the bootstrap. You're endorsing a lady who never held a job before. Make that make sense? Who never owned a business, but yet and still she could talk about small businesses. How you can talk about small businesses when you never owned one? How you can talk about the everyday person that's working on a job when you never held the job? How can the unions support a person who never been a part of the union? I've been a part of the union. I've held the job. I've been at several unions. I worked in the school system. I'm a SAG card carrying member for God knows how many years. I'm a small business owner. Very successful businesses, Luke Records, Luke. I'm a philanthropical person. I give back to my community. I started a youth program that's probably arguably one of the best youth programs in the world. That's been around for over 35 years, park full of kids. Aftercare program, who better suited to know kids? I put more kids in college than law allows. So when you're talking about the things, I built parks. Build Hadley Park, helped build the Kerry Meeks Center, helped build Gibson Park. Went and found the money for all those, built a stadium at Miami Edison when there was no stadium there. So what the hell, what the experience come in at? Who? This shit is simple. Am I overqualified? The people of my district, the people of the city that I stay in, and I haven't did what I need to do in the county that I stay in. Yes, I did most of my work in Miami because that is where I stayed. Broward County, Congressional District 20 is now getting my services. The people in my community highly upset. I said, I don't stay there. I stay in Broward County. Broward County has did so much for me, and I haven't done enough for them. I went to court. I went to court 2 times in Broward County for free speech, and when my record was deemed obscene. And when my record was deemed obscene, I went down the street to Club Ventura in Broward County and went to jail. And when I went to jail, people of Broward County let me out of jail. When I won my case, that was my peers, the good folks of Broward County, say not guilty. Not guilty. When I sung a record that was deemed obscene by a federal judge, and in Broward County, when they deemed my record, now says they want to be obscene, I got it appealed by a jury of my peers from Broward County and got their record overturned. Then I went to federal court for parity in Broward County. So I haven't given Broward County back what they've given me. They gave me life. I beat Nick Navarro, a tyrant, in my opinion, on the African-American community. So I've not given the people of Broward County back what they so rightfully deserve. So when I look at no, this is my time right now. This is where I say, oh no, this is the perfect time for me to give these people back everything that they've given me. I live in this county, so it's my job to do what? Pour into the county. I'm the guy who told Lil Wayne and all them guys when they moved down here. That's why Drake did the song, Tell Uncle Luke I'm out in Miami too. I'm the guy who said, hey, look, man, if you're going to be in Miami, bro, if y'all going to be moving down here, y'all need to do shit in the community. Y'all around here doing all this, doing all that, and doing everything. Y'all need to do shit. So I live by my own code. If I'm going to tell Lil Wayne, I'm going to tell everybody else, if you live in here, you need to do something for the community. No different than me. I live in Broward County, and I need to do something for Broward County. I need to use my power, strength, influence, creativity, and do what? Run for Congress in Broward County and bring all that money to Broward County. That is what I'm doing. And I'm praying that all you young folks get out there and vote. Because when you know my track record, I left everything better than I found it. I don't lose when I create. When I create, I don't lose. I'm a very creative person. Hey, look, I'll toot my own fucking horn. I would toot my own horn all day long. I go to a 28-acre park with a dilapidated gymnasium at Hadley Park. And we renovate a 28-acre park over a span of about 10 years, 10 or 15 years, through commission after commission after commissioner. We renovate another park, Gibson Park, where my mom from over town, with another $24 million. I go to Miami Edison, cut a deal over there, and take Adidas over there and build a whole football stadium over there, and get the Dolphins to renovate the damn locker room. Then cut a deal with the entire school district with Adidas, damn near over $50 million. What are we talking about? So when they talk about experience in what? Stealing? Politics. You got to go deal with politicians. So you either want somebody to be a politician to steal, to continue to steal, or you want somebody to come in and bring resources back into your community. So I'm putting myself out there. I was talking to Cedric Hollywood. He said, man, I envy you, boy. You put yourself out there major. I don't look at it like this. I look at it, my daddy always told me, if you don't try, my mom always told me, if you're going to go and help people and you're going to serve, then goddamn it, go serve. You can only try to help people. You can only try. I'm only trying to help the people of Broward County. I'm lending my services to them. And I'm hoping that they understand what they're getting. They're getting a bad motherfucker if they vote for me. Them doors I knock on, I knocked on them doors over there by BA yesterday. Them some hardworking people over there. I knocked on the door with a man, just came home in a pickup truck, lawn man. And me and him was talking. And see, that's what happened. When I go to knocking on doors, I go to talking to people. They be telling me I talk too much. We be talking, I'm like talking because I like talking to people. And the man was telling me, I was like, well, why are you wrapping up the edge, the edge with the edge. I said, why are you wrapping that? My wife won't let me bring this in the house. I said, well, where's the lawnmower? He said, I got the lawnmower in storage. You know, I got a trailer. I can only put the lawnmower in the trailer. I can't put the edges and all that. I know if somebody hit me from a trailer, they ain't gonna be able to move that damn lawnmower. But my edges and all that, I gotta take them in the house. Now, mind you, this man live in a duplex. He said, I gotta take my edges in the house. And my wife ain't gonna let them come in the house smelling like gas and all that. So I gotta wrap this shit up and bring it in the house. He said he had to wrap his edges up to take them in the house. So let that sit on your mind. This is what people doing. This is a hardworking businessman who has a business, a lawn service, a tree cutting service down. He's living in a duplex where he has to take the equipment in the house, wrap it up so it don't have the gas fume, knowing that the apartment is so big that the wife don't want the smell. But this man is getting his ass in his pickup truck every day going to work. You don't think he inspired to have a big ass company? You don't think he has the knowledge to say, okay, I want to be able to have my own warehouse where I can put my lawnmowers in and I can do big jobs and I can go do developments and I can go and apply for real contracts and things like that. I don't have to take the damn lawn equipment in the house and I can have a big house. That's what small business loans come into effect. That is where it comes in. It's a small businesses, SBA, it's small business money available for a guy like him. But if you don't knock on his door, you don't know that. But if you're not entrenched in the community, if you're really not for the betterment of people, then you won't know that. If you're really about self and really about being an elected official and taking a job and then going and getting this special interest money or going to be a congressman or a congresswoman so you get insider trading to grease your own pocket and it's really not about the people, come on, man. What are we talking about? That's why I just be despised when these pastors run these fucking people through their church to tell their congregation, and these people who are trying to make ends meet, who got all this pride in them to want to be better. That is the guy I'm going to his door. When I'm elected, because it's in the atmosphere, when I'm elected, I'm going to his fucking door. If I had to sit there myself and say, fill this small business loan money out that I have for you, sir, because I don't need you taking this lawn shit in the house with the wife. I need you to have I need you to be in a warehouse, boss. I need you to expand this business. I need you to get some of these young people and give them a job because you have the entrepreneur spirit. I look at them and look at myself. I was on the back of a lawn truck cutting grass. I went to the damn the barber shop and swept up the floor. I got on the back of a watermelon truck selling watermelons. These are people with entrepreneurial spirit. They gave me the entrepreneurial spirit like my parents. So when we see people like that, that's why I can't lead the conversation. I can't lead the conversation. We gotta talk, hey man. Man, wrapping this shit up, me and him talking and all this here, man. Look, whether that man vote for me or not, it's about him. It's about everybody on that block. It's about every entrepreneur that I met. And that's what I'm saying. When you go out and meet these people and have a conversation with these people, it's amazing how they have been disenfranchised, how they've been treated like shit, how these elected officials have not came back to help them, put them in a position to better themselves because they have the entrepreneurial spirit. What are we talking about? It amazes me, man. I was sitting there talking to an older group. I think they were from Guyana or something, or somewhere they were from. And I thought the lady had a Jamaican accent. And there was three older ladies, one man, two ladies, one man, and one young dude. And the one young dude was trying to explain to them, no. That's Luke. He does a lot for the community. He does a lot for kids. That man that fought for free speech. That man, the younger dude about 50 years old. He was explaining to the older people, and the older people were so hell-bent on a white woman. Well, but the white woman. And the young dude was like, no, hell no. The young dude was like, hell no, I ain't finna vote for no white woman. F that. Oh no, this man, do you understand? He was trying to educate them. Meanwhile, I'm talking to them. I tried to video it. My glasses, these ragged ass Meta glasses, this shit is trash. They wouldn't video. That was the most epic conversation that I had. The old man, he is convinced that going up against the white lady, you can't. The old mentality, the other Guyanese and the lady, is she upset that people call her, why everybody call me Jamaican? And then there was another lady, she in the church, and she by the time we finished, they got it, because me and the younger guy, we got them real good. That was a great conversation. That was made for a platform like this to let people know the disconnect that we have. Some of us are so hell-bent into white is right because of the little doll, way back in the days, the little baby say, oh, what's better, the black doll, who's nice, or the white doll? And the little baby grabs, the black doll is bad, the white doll is nice. Who is better looking, the black doll or the white doll? And the black baby says, the white doll. Who don't look good? The black doll. That shit is embedded in us for real. We be signing up to people, we sign up to the colonizer. So it's amazing that this stuff exists. So I'm sitting there and the lady's like, how old are you? You look like you're young. I said, no, I'm 65 years old. I'm your age. And the man said, oh, you my age? And that got his ass, you my age? Yeah, I'm your age. Yeah. The dude's like, no, that dude, they own businesses and all. So you're the businessman. You're the big businessman running for office. But you still worried about, what the fuck? So no matter what we do, no matter how high we get, how much we achieve, we still a nigga to niggas. I need some. It's going to take people of the culture to come out and vote. It's going to take people of the culture. We're supposed to be a mad race of people. We're supposed to be African-American men upset. We're upset about this political process. We upset. A lot of us went over there to Trump because we were upset with the Democrats. We're mad at fucking the Democrats. I'm mad at the Democrats. I'm mad at this shit. I'm mad. So what do I do about it? Sit here and keep talking about I'm mad, knowing damn well these Republicans don't really give a shit about us. I can just sit here on my couch with all this well of political information, all this I have to offer to be able to go out and help. I can sit here in this red ass couch in my theater and keep looking at my big ass TV, going out on tour, making my money, selling my catalog money, going to my son baseball game and do nothing. I can sit here and do absolutely not one damn thing. Take my ass to my University of Miami games, hop on the plane, go watch the Cowboys, go sit in the suite with Tom Garfinkel at the Miami Dolphins game. I can go to Jay-Z concert, get on the train, go to Paris and watch Jay-Z perform. I can do all this shit with my life and just say, fuck it. I can go to my park, let me sit here and continue making sure that they get all the stuff that they need to get and chill. And chill. But that ain't me. That's not me. That's not me. I got to be able to help our people. My mama told me, I was like, Mom, I don't like this Luther name. No, I named you after a great civil rights leader because you're going to do some great things, Luther. I'm like, well, what you mean? This Martin Luther King, you named me after Martin Luther King and you're going to do some great things. And I had to go back to it when I got about 13 years old. After my uncle and my daddy would make me read all these Black history books, these H. Rap Browns and all these other Huey Newtons and all. I'm like, well, why you didn't name me Malcolm? My mama looked at me like, but Martin Luther King is a great historian. So it's embedded in me. That's the type of family I come from. We come from a helping family. We help everybody. We're very creative. I got a bunch of summa cum laudes and who's brothers, smart as hell, and all. We just help. We just help. That is what we do. That is what I do. That is what I do. I have to apply myself to helping any and everything become better. Do I get the acclaim? Do I get the credit? I don't want no credit. We start the park, we start this, we build that. A lot of people, a lot of shit that I've created and put in place, I can line that shit up on that back wall back there, and you will be so amazed because you don't even know how it got done. But I can tell you when it got done and how it got done. Because a lot of people have a tendency of taking it and you'll create it and give it to them, and they'll take off and they'll never give you credit for anything. They won't say, well, you know, Luke helped me. Luke, the one who spearheaded that shit. It's because it's not about that with me. So people look at me and say, why the fuck are you running? Because I can help. I can help this district in a massive way, give them something back that I've never gave them back because of the support of the people from Broward County. The jury of my peers acquitted me 2 times in Broward County. I live here. It's only right if I tell Lil Wayne and everybody else, if you're living in Miami, you're living here, you need to do something or you need to give back. I live in Broward County, I need to give back. This is my way of giving back. So if the people choose to say, hey, look, we want you to represent us, God damn it, man. If that happened, the people, that happened, these people have all the resources that they can have. That'll be the best move that they've ever made. Look at my record. Ain't no place I never went. And I ain't never got paid going to none of these places that I ain't make it better than what it is. So I say, I toot my motherfucker horn on that. Because I go down the list. I be about it. I don't talk about it, I be about it. I'm about that life. You ain't had no hip hop in the South. Who started it? Do it big. That's why I look at all these artists making all this money, all this big money, and that's why they can stand up there. Rick Ross can give a testimony. Hey, man, without Uncle Luke, man, shit, none of us would be here. Trick Daddy can say, without Uncle Luke, ain't none of us would be here. Trina could say, without Uncle Luke, ain't none of us would be here. Ludacris could get on there and say, without Uncle Luke, ain't none of us could be here. Because when I went to Atlanta, Ludacris was a DJ. And I asked him to support my music, and he was inspired. DJ Khaled, shit, got him off the underground radio. What? Pitbull was out there in Opelika selling everything the law allows. So at what point, where's the experience? What experience? Who needs experience? Experience in creating. When you're governing, you have to be creative. We got to move this country from here to here. You see what's going on in Washington right now today. This man get in office and we got all kind of wars going on, but at the same time, this man making trillions of dollars, him and his family. So he's moved government to grease his pockets. Either you move government to grease your own pockets or you move government in the betterment of the people. And these people continuously run for office to do what? To grease their own pockets. There's very few people that actually run for these governmental positions that really is going to put back in the community. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So again, it's going to take all you hip hoppers. It's going to take the hip hop generation, the people who all of us. I'm a part of the hip hop generation. You're a part of it. If you're 60 years old, if you're 50 years old, if you're 35 years old, if you're 21 years old, our generation is going to have to get me in office. They are not. I'm telling you, those people are not. If we don't get our ass out there and vote, because we sit up here, we say we complain. We sit up here and say we're tired of this Democratic shit and nobody doing nothing, and now my ass is the one, because I'm tired too. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I say that too. I get on here, Twitter, I get on all the social media, and I talk this shit about, man, we need to be doing this. Man, this how they doing us. Man, this how they doing us. Man, we ain't getting this here. They treating us like this. Well, I'm the motherfucking man. I'll take myself out there, put myself in a situation where I'll go out there and do it. I'm going out there with the pain of every black man and woman of saying the man doing this to us. They doing that to us. They ain't giving us this. They ain't giving us that. So hell, why we don't do it ourselves? Because I'm damn sure ain't one of them career politicians. And I ain't damn sure ain't one of them dudes, one of them Oreo cookies. I damn sure ain't one of them ones who look like us, but really owned by them, who's going to give them our community. Harlem don't get jacked off because it was a white guy in office. Eastlake don't get jacked off because it was a white guy in office. Overtown don't get jacked off because it was come on, man. None of your communities around the country and locally don't get gentrified with a white person in office. It is a black person that's owned by a white person. I ain't owned by none of them motherfuckers. That ain't happening with me. I'm here to save the community. So again, I'm putting myself out there to run. Lord Willings, the people vote, and it's gonna take people to go, because them super voters, they get mails, they get all this. They half of the old people think if it's a white person, they think that's like the little doll baby. That's that. But it's gonna take the hip hop generation, the culture, the people who grew up on hip hop to get their ass out there and vote in this district. It's gonna take those people to break the chain. And I can guarantee you, because one thing about me, they say, well, are you going to come back to the career? Hell yeah, I can't go nowhere. I can't go nowhere. I'm always going to be an artist. I'm always going to do my work. I can't hide. I sell music. So am I going to go and do some stupid shit as a politician getting $170,000 a year to affect my catalog, to affect my well-being, to affect my fan base? I have a legacy. And my face is clean. I listen, and I don't even talk about all that legendary shit. I let other people call me what they want to call me. But I have a legacy to protect. So am I going to go and run for some political office to tarnish my reputation? I have a child. I have a grandchild. I have kids that walk around proud that I'm their daddy, the dude who went to the Supreme Court fighting for free speech so that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and everybody else can say what they want to say on the record. So I'm going to go run for office to tarnish my legacy? Under no circumstance. I'm not stupid. They won't put me in the ground saying, oh yeah, he the one went up in there and stole the money. No. He did this and the people voted him in. He didn't do what he said he was going to do. No. I ain't never had them problems. When I leave somewhere, people cry. I'm the president of my youth organization and the co-founder. And every day I tell them, look, let somebody else be the president. Oh, no, Mr. Campbell, no. Oh, no. Because when they pick up the phone and they say they need something, no, not one of those presidents of a 501c where you're getting $100,000. No, I get $0. Mr. Campbell, we need to do this and we need this. Okay, we need the funding here. Okay, all right. Hey, look, we got a grant over there. What are we doing? I get $0 for this shit. Zero. Been doing it all my life for zero money. I don't want no money. I help kids. I don't want no money. All them kids that's multimillionaires, Amari Cooper, pick him up, me and Chris Perkins, scream at people about offering him a scholarship, put him on a bus, take him all around the country. He had but 200 yards in his 11th grade going to 12th grade. He had no offers. He wasn't no 5-star. Devontae Freeman wasn't no 5-star. He had no offers going to the senior year. No. My black ass get on the bus and take him and all these other kids who are multimillionaires right now and tell Nick Saban and everybody else and Jimbo Fisher and all of you better get him because he's a bad dude. I'm telling you right now. Okay, Luther. Okay. And then they get up in there. All I got to do is get them in the system. All I got to do is get them there. Got a whole long list of them. I can do that shit all day. But that's using the power and the influence to get shit done. Luther loses power and his influence to get something done. Oh, I know they like the celebrity coming into their school, to their football camp in the summer. Hey, Uncle Lou, let's take a picture of the head coach. Okay. And they put it on their social media. But hey, look at man, I need you to really give my boy a good evaluation. Okay. Damn, this motherfucker play. This motherfucker running. Okay. Just get him in there. Tap the place. Charles Gaines Jr. tap the place in Louisville. John Miller tap the place in Louisville. Go to Buffalo Bills and all that. All them dudes, man. Come on, we put them all in there. For what? For no money. Not like these gray boys running around with black kids in their car. They want something for it. They want to represent them. They want to get a check. Come on, man. So everybody, we running for this. Hey, I love it. Y'all got me on a rant. I love what I'm doing. I love the opportunity to be able to try to help the community, the county in which I live in. You got people right now, you got these old school politicians in this race. They say, look, where your signs at? When they put the sign up, they tear it down. Now, we put signs up in the district next to other people's signs, and they tear it down. These are career politicians. Now, I vow not to get nasty. Because I can use my platform, I can really go in on each and every one of them. And I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to not tear these people down, who rightfully so need to be torn down. I'm trying my best not to do it to them. They're running around telling these people, tear the sign down, put the sign, push the sign down. Mind you, one guy could go after because he got 2 of his kids in prison right now for the same thing the one lady in the race got indicted for. You got one substitute teacher, and I'm running against the white lady. Now, I can go in on all these people right here. That is what I'm running against. That's the choice that the people of Broward County have. Me or the lady who allegedly gets insider trading money. You can go look it up, see how much money she make off insider trading and the F rating that she has as a congresswoman right now. The other lady who resigned before getting expelled, who has a federal indictment, and the other guy who mysteriously daughter, same thing, who lose all the time. And the young guy that's what I'm running. That's the choice that the people of Congressional District 20 have. Really? And I can go hard on all these people. I won't touch the young guy. I actually like the young guy, the 27-year-old substitute teacher. If I win, I'm going to tell you this right now. No, when I win, I'm taking him with me. Because I think that young guy is the future. Is he ready right now? No, he's not ready. If I thought he was ready, when we all sat down and had a meeting, I'd have bowed out and I'd have let that young guy have it and I'd have supported him. I don't think he's ready right now. But the young guy got something. This climate that we're going into, you got to be able to fight Donald Trump. It takes a grown-ass man to fight him. It takes a grown-ass man to fight J.D. Vance. It takes a grown-ass man to sit down and have a conversation with Donald Trump. It takes a grown-ass man to sit down and have a conversation with Marco Rubio. Them people I could talk to. It's going to take a grown-ass man to fight the Black Caucus. I ain't going in there being peaches and cream with them. I'm going there as a mad African-American man of how this Democratic Party has treated us. I'm going in there as a mad-ass African-American man. I'm going at the Democratic Party first. We're going to have a sit-down. You line me up in the Congressional Black Caucus meeting as a congressman, and I go to that motherfucker. Oh no, we're going to have a real conversation. Because we're going to have the first conversation is going to be like, why ain't now one of y'all niggas put down on this white woman? Because you can rest assured that happened while my black ass is a congressman. Oh, I'm breaking rank. Oh, no, she shouldn't be running in no black race. Everybody zip lip. At a moment when we need you not to be zip lip, oh shit. So if you mad and sick and tired of being sick and tired, no, I'm that guy. I'm the guy coming out the stands. You know how they had them dudes in the stand be talking about the coach. Why do you run this play? Why do you run that play? Why do you run that play? And everybody like, you get your ass out there and coach. Well, I'm getting my ass out there and coach. And I'm going to have a conversation with my Black Caucus members first. We're going to have that conversation first. So y'all write this down. Look at the podcast. Send this to Hakeem Jeffrey and the lady who runs the Black Caucus. Yes, he's coming up in there with guns ablazing. We're going to have a conversation because this kind of shit, what happened with Gerald Ford? Ford Sr. and Jr., when they were the congressmen, the daddy and the son in Memphis ain't had no problem. But it was until the white man became the congressman of Memphis. Now we sitting up there talking about why so much crime in Memphis. Okay. So y'all want the same thing? Listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. These white people, they don't give a fuck about no black community. Yeah, I said it. Why should they care? Why? What makes you think white people care about us? We have to care about ourselves first before anybody. We look, Jesus is black. They don't care about us. It is not their business to care about our community. When are y'all going to get that? It is not their business to care about us. It's their business to work with us. Everything that have been achieved, everything have been taken from the black community. They come in there to do deals. They come in there to make money. They come in and deal, whether it's a black athlete and they represent him, that they get the money and put food on the table of their kids. They come there to provide a service to continue the stronghold of the power. You think Donald Trump's supposed to care about black people? He don't. He don't give a shit. But if he needs 10% of black people to vote for him to give him the power to do what? Be able to take care of him and his kids and bring money into his program? Yes, he's going to do that. They're only going to fuck with us when they need to make the money, or when they want to keep the power, or when they want to make money off us. I'm just keeping it a buck. Do you blame them? No, I don't blame them. They're trying to hold on to power here in this country. Do I blame them? No, I do not blame them. I blame us for allowing ourselves to be duped by the bullshit. We should be doing the same thing. We should be like, hold hold on. I'm not going to do business with y'all the same way y'all going to do business with us. And are we going to be able to gentrify in your neighborhood? Are we going to be able to build some shit in your neighborhood? How many black contractors you have? How many black people you got working on the job? They ain't putting that, they ain't doing that. And rightfully so. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to empower their people. They're supposed to circulate the dollar within their community 100 times. They're supposed to take every dollar that they could try to take out of our community and circulate it into their community. That's Black Wall Street. That's what they're doing. Do you blame them? No. No. And when you speak about it, and when you talk about it, Luke, why you got to make it all about race all the time? I'm not talking about them. I respect them people, man. Because they're doing what they're supposed to do to continue keeping the power. They're looking at their little 8-year-old child and saying, I need to be able to leave this country. One thing we all got in common, we're going to leave this motherfucker at some point. That's a guarantee. So what am I going to do? What's the legacy? What's the generational wealth that I got to build? I have to build generational wealth for my child, my 8-year-old white child. I have to continuously have the power for them to be able to continue controlling and having the power in this country. So I got to create some shit called DEI. Because these black people are too goddamn smart. So I got to make it where every corporation in America, if you hire a black person, we're going to say DEI, even though they qualify. They created a whole goddamn, they gave us a whole tag. You can finish at the top of your class at Harvard and get a job at the #1 law firm. If that #1 law firm is getting any federal funding or has any federal contracts, they virtually can lose those contracts because they got a black person in a powerful position at that law firm. Because they could easily say, oh, he up in there, he's the only black person on the picture, and he's way up there because of DEI. And they'll lose that funding. Y'all let them people do that. And we sit up here talking about voting for a white lady in a black district. We sitting up here allowing that to happen and not saying anything about it. We complained about the gerrymandering of maps and maps being gerrymandered in Alabama, Tennessee, and Louisiana and taking away African-American seats. But then, yeah, we going to jump out there and go to talking shit about boycott Lane Kiffin games. Hell no, I ain't boycotting no damn Lane Kiffin games. Not boycotting Lane Kiffin games in Louisiana. Not because of no black caucus. I don't like LSU anyway, so that's easy to boycott. Marshall Faulk down the street. I'm looking at University of Miami anyway. Lane is my friend, but that's easy to do. Yeah, I am boycotting. That's what we had. I got to go do J. Cole concert tonight. I'm doing a special appearance. See, these brothers from the culture. Johnny, I'm going up there with Johnny. Trump is the man. He said, Trump is the man. And then he says, Trump sucks. Can y'all really be mad at Trump? Trump getting all the money. This is how it went. Let me break this shit down for y'all. Every one of them presidents doing the same thing Trump did. Bill Clinton was what? He got his money off of what? Allegedly got his money off of prescription drugs. George Bush, he was an oiler. He came in pumping oil. What the first thing did he do? Went and got into a war to do what? Allegedly take oil. What this guy here? 47, Donald Trump. Shit. Donald Trump is a real estate guy. But then he got linked up with Elon Musk. Elon Musk makes so much money off them electric cars. The federal government is paying him so much money to create those electric cars. Law allowed. Y'all keep talking about Amazon and all this. Oh, Amazon, we're going to boycott them. Keep playing with Amazon. You know what they're going to have in a minute? They're going to have them damn robots. You think they all ain't went over there to China to look at them damn robots? They ain't like this no more. They like this. They dancing and all that. They're going to be doing like this, putting them damn boxes on that thing like this here and doing this. They're already damn near taking over the auto industry. Hello? Y'all don't see what's coming. It ain't Captain D. Everybody going to be looking for a job. Oh, my God. This is so funny, man. I'm just enjoying it. Can't you be mad with Trump? Trump say, hold on. Y'all gave me this job the first time. I wasn't ready, but I'm ready the next time. Hey, I ain't going to have my family in this cabinet. I'm going to go give me a whole bunch of boys who I'm going to make a whole bunch of them want me to crown them to be the next president. So I got a couple of them dudes running around here, half of the dudes who caping for him. He talked about the mama. He talked about the daddy. He called him ugly. He called his wife ugly and all that. They still up there. Yes, sir, Mr. President, because it's like that TV show. What's the TV show that was on HBO? I love it so much. Not Obsession. Something. It's called something where all the big millionaire. It was a big billionaire daddy, and they all wanted the company to be passed down. They had the daughter, their two sons, and they just wanted to know who was going to be the heir apparent. And that's how all the people running around in the White House right now. Go look at the TV show. All the people running around the White House like, please, Donald, I'll do anything and say whatever you want me to say because I want you to say me, the next president. I need you to crown me. I need you to tell the people because the way you getting this motherfucking money, I can get this money for my kids. This man, hey, y'all keep playing Trump, but Trump tricked the black people. He tricked the shit out y'all. He wasn't gonna trick me. That man getting all the money for his kids and family when he leave that White House. He ain't running for no 2028. Trust me. That man leave that White House, that man gonna be a trillionaire. That man gonna have more money than he ever could imagine. He already know he in the fourth quarter of the game of his life. But Melania and the Baron and all the motherfuckers, they gonna have a boatload of money. That's what he doing for his kids on y'all dime. Tricked everybody. That's what all of them want to do. People in my race trying to do that right now. I got people in my race trying to get a pardon. They trying to win, so they got leverage to get pardons and to keep inside trading. I can't make this shit up here. I'm the only one in the race trying to help people. Oh my God. I don't understand it. I got a big show today. I just went off on a tantrum. And then I got a show to go do. I got to go down there to the Casella Center. Shouts out to Udonis Haslem. Slap the shit out of him. You think I'm going to get on here today and talk about Udonis Haslem and, no, not you. Oh, get it together, Lou. Bam Adebayo? Bam Adebayo, just so y'all know, he's an honorary member of Liberty City Optimist. Him and his girl, you better marry her real quick. Angel. I love him too. Since day one, he's been an honorary member of our program. He's been out there from day one. Him and his mom with the little doggy. Kev, shouts out to Kev. Love Kev to death. That's what I'm talking about. So when you go out there, Tyler Hero, talk all that stuff, Bam, the nicest guy in the world. He don't bother with nobody. So you want to jump out there and talk about Bam because you mad because they sent you back home. You live in Milwaukee. You should be happy. You think I'm going to get on here and talk about, no, what about Draymond Green? You need to stay your ass in your place because you talking about Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem is one of us. He's not going to play with you. He ain't going to get on social media and go back and forth with you. When he see you, he's going to slap the shit out of you. Now, you bully them old little red boys, but you don't want to play with UD. I'm just saying. Here's another basketball story that I love so much right here.
Specifically, I grew up with a lot of prominent black women in my life that were very important to me and how I was raised and how I grew up, being my stepmom, my AAU coach. So I understand like how amazing they are and how they should get the same equal opportunity as a white woman, as a white man, to be an important piece of this league. And it was built on a lot of black women, this league was. So it's definitely right for them to get the same equal opportunity as everybody else.
See, I love that. I love that. We don't see that enough. We don't always see these blindside stories where some 6'5", 6'8", some 6'4", 300-pound black kid who was taken out of his household, moved to somewhere in bumfuck Virginia, and taken over and given an opportunity, a new life with a certain kind of family, and all of a sudden he only remembers the white family that he came up with. You only hear about those stories. You don't even hear this story here. This story should have been plastered all over ESPN. I'm just strolling along on TikTok and I find that. Reverse from what you normally hear. You normally hear some white family taking in some black kid, knowing damn well you ain't just picked up off the corner some big 6'8", 13-year-old and brought him into your house. You know he was 6'8", 13-year-old and he had all the upside. Come on, stop it. But this young lady right here giving kudos to the black women in her life. And she had black woman in her life when she was a kid. They don't play these stories. You don't hear about these type of stories right here. You don't hear these stories. Look at it again.
In my life that were very important to me and how I was raised and how I grew up, being my stepmom, my AAU coach. So I understand like how amazing they are and how they should get the same equal opportunity as a white woman, as a white man, to be an important piece of this league. And it was built on a lot of black women, this league was. So it's definitely right for them to get the same equal opportunity as everybody else.
You see what I'm saying? This little young white girl said, my stepmother was black, is black. My AAU coach is black. Not some body who dating a black dude or who just got some black kids and now they understand how they just learned how black kids get disenfranchised. She was raised by a stepmother, black, and her mother. I don't know whether the mother was in the life or the mother going on somewhere. Her black AAU coach. You don't hear these type of stories, which is a beautiful story. Yes, I'm gonna repost it because these are stories that do exist in this world. Because one thing about us, we're a loving, caring group of people. We're a loving, caring person. I like this. And we care about everybody. We care about everybody and we love and care. And so for this young lady to say that, I have my hats off to her. I got to follow her on all the social media pages and I got to go say to her how that is a great thing. And that's how this world really should be. We should have respect for everybody. We should love and care about everybody because everybody, we all, without each other in this country, we're no country. You may walk in, I'm going to arena tonight. Walk on stage with a young man who asked me to walk on stage with him. When I walk through that arena, the guys who who are the ticket takers are black, workers, black and white. The people who are going to clean up the arena, the people who are going to be security, the people who are running the entire operation. It takes an entire family of people from all walks of life here in America to make America run. It ain't one set of people. And so we need to give credit and give respect to more people. Thank you, my brother, for that comment right there. Now, here's something else. You think, I know a lot of us have a tendency of thinking that it's only here in America. Well, France, England, closest allies. France, England are our closest allies. If you don't travel the world, if you don't go to France, if you go to England, Lord help you if you go to Spain. They keep talking about Argentina. You will find that these people, it's the same racism against black people in all these countries. It's the same thing. Here in America, Deion Sanders is an outspoken black man. They don't like him. In England, Jade is an outspoken black man. In England, they don't like him. In England, you had two actors from the movie Center went over there for their big Oscar award night. Those two brothers went over there, and you heard racial comments coming from the audience in England. All these three countries, they all work the same way when it goes to black people. If you talk to black people in England, they'll tell you the same stories that we go through here in this country. Like this.
Why does England hate Jude Bellingham so much despite him being their best player? I'm redoing the video. I got a lot of comments. Let's get into it. But while there has been very obvious generational stinkers of articles, such as this one by Craig Hope, there was also a lot of dialogue going into this tournament about Jude Bellingham potentially not starting for England. Some people saying that he shouldn't even go. Despite the fact that Jude Bellingham has not only shown himself to be an elite player at the club level, but also for his country, he's been their most clutch player. He's shown up every single time that England has needed him. And yet, there's this omission of his quality at any given opportunity. I also made a mention of Jude Bellingham's personality and the fact that people perceive him as being arrogant despite him just being confident because he backs himself up every single time. Now, people mentioned to me in the comments the racial aspect behind why Jude Bellingham is discredited the way that he is. And I agree. I agree with those people in the comments. I think that that's the most obvious factor behind all of this that is the underlying cause. But with Jude Bellingham, with what he's achieved at club level, the fact that they pick on him so frequently, I believe that there's other factors that also come into play that are resulting in players like Morgan Rogers, Abarachi Eze, Cole Palmer being touted as players who should start over him at the World Cup, despite Jude's glaringly obvious quality. And I mentioned it before, I think it's the fact that he hasn't played in the Premier League. There's a bitterness from...
So, again, they make up all these excuses. The key thing is, because he's an outspoken black man. How many outspoken black men in this country get attacked for no reason? You got Jaden, the guy from the Boston Celtics. He's an outspoken, intelligent black man, and he's getting attacked. But his attack started a long time ago when they said he was Muslim. And then they did the story, he was Muslim, and why he don't have any endorsement deals. That's why my good friend Stephen A. Smith keep talking about, oh, he's not marketable right now. And my good friend Mace gets on there like, yeah, he's not marketable because, they want to market thugs and all that, want to low-key throw some shade on Snoop Dogg, which I thought was completely wrong. And I said that on my Twitter account, if you follow me. This young man here is no different. England, France play by the same rule book. Suppress the black man, any black man that's outspoken, push him down. This guy, Jude, they never wanted him on the team. But this guy here, if you look at the top 10 players and how much money they make, in soccer. They keep pushing, they make it about Harry. Harry Kane is good. Harry Kane is great. But Jude make more money than Harry. Why is that? Jude is like the 7th best player in the world. That young guy there. He walks around with his black mama and black wife. I'm just saying. Gets called all kind of names everywhere he played. Just like the guy said. They're upset because he don't play in the Premier League, but they ain't upset. They ain't upset with Messi because he don't play in the Premier League. Let's make it make sense. Messi plays over here in the MLS, which is the high school league. Let's make it make sense. So you can't say leagues. Don't do that. Just call it for what it is. He's an outspoken black man that they have a problem with in England. Well, we'll take it. Jude, come on over here to the United States of America, bro. We'll give you some citizenship. We like to win. They don't like you over here, young fella. I'm pretty sure all these women over here love you right now. Anyway, they see how much money you make. Shit, just don't come to South Beach because you definitely don't know. Just come on, sit over here by the campfire. I'm coach you up on how to, handle yourself over here. Come on, we will take you over here. Come on over here, play in the MLS over here, Miami with Messi. Messi making $130-some million. He's second highest paid. You can make that same money over here, and you can be marketed on a major label. Come on over here, Jude. Come on, Jude. Come on. We'll get you the bag. But it's amazing how that is. Same thing. No matter where you're at, we're under attack worldwide. Same game plan. Speaking of being under attack.
How obviously racist do we have to be before somebody says, wait, now, that's not right? I think it's not right. But is there any line in the sand? Just tell me this.
It's a what?
Any line in the sand when Trump asks you and your cohorts to do something, and it's one step too far. Is there one for you?
I think a violation of the Constitution.
Oh, that's been done.
Oh.
They finally getting it. They getting it. Oh, God. Is there any line with you and your comrades? Oh, the white people that woke up. They're like, hold the fuck on. We see what this is the all-time heist. And y'all sitting up in there doing what? Oh, my God. Can't make this up. They sit there like, everybody that fucked around and found out, same old granny, you should have voted for Kamala. But she had better plan for us. But no, now y'all, is there anything y'all just do whatever he tell y'all to do when you know it is wrong? I'm sitting up here looking at my TV. This is wrong. Just like y'all got a chance, y'all got a decision to make whether y'all gonna vote for the all the people and win more. The white folks were looking at me and win more like I was. Oh my God! I said, I had to tell them. I told the people, I'm like totally. Listen, man, I ain't no politician. Ain't trying to be one. I told the people in Winmore. I said, look, man, let's deal. Number of white people. There's probably one black person in there. I was like, look, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's keep it a buck up in here. I told the white people, let's keep it a buck. They were like, holy shit! Oh my God! All the other black candidates sitting there like, this nigga, wow. I said, man, let's keep it a buck. Let's address the elephant in the room. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we're going to lose the midterm if you go to your booth and you vote for the white lady, and I mess around and lose. All the black men in America is going to be coming after y'all. We're going to have lost faith in the system because I'm the black guy who's mad. I come from the mad black people group. I come from the mad black people group who hate the Democratic Party right now. I come from that group of people. I'm the representative of mad black people, and it's y'all time to vote one of the mad black people in who has lost faith in the Democratic Party to then show some faith in the Democratic Party. I'm one of them. So now you mess around and go and vote for the Debbie cake. Everybody gonna be like, hold on, man, Luke, a real brother, man. They did this and did that. There it is, blowed up. Ain't no midterm, we ain't win no midterm. Brian Donald gonna walk right up in there to be the governor. They be like, hold on, we know real recognize real. We know you real dude. And y'all ain't voted for him. Hold on, y'all ain't stand up on the table for him. Democratic Party, all them Democratic politicians, they should have been telling their donors to just dump a boatload of money into my campaign. Not one Democratic member of Congress has had not one of their donors make a campaign donation to my campaign. Not one Democratic congressman or woman endorsed me or any other black person in the race. Don't you smell something? DD, I'm all about reparations. That's one of the things I'm going to be out there giving reparations to black people, foundational black Americans. I'm just saying. Let's keep it right moving. Let's keep it moving.
Doesn't play in England's premier competition.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bergman, after allegedly shelling out $600,000 to help secure a pardon from President Trump, one Boosie says never came. The report says Boosie, whose legal name is Torrance Hatch, struck a deal with the pair last fall after they...
No, we're talking about Boosie Badazz. We're talking about Boosie Badazz. I love Boosie. That's my friend. I love Boosie to death. That's my friend. I love Boosie. To see Boosie on the thing right now talking about somebody ripped him off for some money because they told him he was going to get a pardon. I know other friends of mine, same thing. That's right, Delray D. I need you to take everybody in Delray. I got some flyers. I need you to go door to door. Hey, look, man, we got to vote for him. Is that Delray or Deerfield? Delray. Hey, look here. I know some of my other friends that was ripped off. They got these dudes that hang around. This the rip off. This how they do it. They go and take a picture with Trump. And then they take a picture with Trump's son. Or one of the sons or one of the daughters. They act like they down with Trump. They be up there sitting there talking to Trump. Trump shake their hand and all that shit and everything like that there. And they look at him and they be like, oh man, he down with Trump. And then they go back around the corner and say, hey man, I can get you a pardon from Trump. I know Trump because they look at the pictures. They look at the stuff on the wall. Man, I know Trump like this. I can get you a pardon. You see Kodak got a pardon. You see this other one got a pardon. You see Nicki Minaj and all these other people over there messing with Trump like that there. Then there are the scammers that are around. Then there are the scammers. So everybody all upset about Young Miami and her record talking about scamming. But talking about the white scammers. Are y'all talking about the scammers who just scammed Boosie? Are y'all talking about them? Are we just sitting here? Young Miami ain't just talking about black scammers.
Says he dropped big money for a presidential pardon, but he claims the deal never delivered and now he's suing to get a refund. According to a bombshell notice report, the rapper is taking legal action against political operatives Jacob Bull and Jack Bergman after allegedly shelling out $600,000 to help secure a pardon from President Trump. One Boosie says never came. The report says Boosie, whose legal name is Torrance Hatch, struck a deal with the pair last fall after they pitched themselves as having major pull inside Trump's orbit. Boosie claims they were so confident they acted like they had POTUS on speed dial. Things allegedly escalated on New Year's Day when Boosie's lawyer got a call claiming Trump had already signed the pardon and the White House just hadn't announced it yet. But according to the report, the pardon never surfaced. And now Boosie is trying to recover $300,000 under a clause in the contract requiring half of the fee be refunded if no pardon was delivered. Jack and Jacob allegedly refused to pay, arguing no refund agreement existed, and later claiming their firm was effectively broke after millions in fines tied to past legal troubles. Jack tells TMZ, Boosie has no reason to be unhappy. In 30 years of lobbying, I doubt we have ever done more work and harder work. The provision in the contract he is referencing was never agreed to at all. The other factor is that Boosie's quest for pardon was made much tougher by an arrest for an alleged crime of violence in Texas earlier this year. We tried very, very hard. The report also says a White House official denied the duo had any role in the pardon process, saying the clemency team had never heard from Wool or Berkman and warning their involvement would actually hurt someone's chances of getting a pardon. Boosie ultimately didn't receive clemency, though he later received a sentence of time served on his federal gun case and remains hopeful a separate pardon application filed directly from the White House will eventually succeed. For now, Boosie's biggest legal battle isn't a pardon, it's getting his money back. We've reached out to Jacob Wool. So far, no word back.
And y'all, so these are the people, so these are the scammers y'all mad that you don't mind me talking about? Where all my scamming ass, where all my scamming ass crackers at? I had to say it. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Are these y'all? It amazes me when y'all sit up and like, oh, Young Miami is talking about scammers. We're scammers. No, scammers in general. It just doesn't apply to black people. Hello, where are my scamming ass crackers? It's not funny because they took Boosie money, and I know some other friends of mine that got $500,000 taken away from them also because they thought they were getting pardons. I'm telling you, Trump, what you need to do, Trump, you need to announce the firm and the process in which it goes through to get pardons, because there's so much stuff going around this pardon thing. People who used to be Trump lawyer and all that and everything, they taking money. Everybody taking money. Everybody taking money, saying that they know Trump and Trump gonna pardon somebody. Everybody taking money. But shouts out to my man Boosie. Get your money back. Get your bag back, Boosie. Meanwhile, this case right here is bad. The young fella that went on a boat, I hope they get to the bottom, but I'm going to have faith in the people. I'm going to hold and reserve faith, which I have very little faith in, but I'm going to reserve I'm going to let the people do Mississippi do their due diligence. And we're going to pray that they do something that they don't normally do in Mississippi when it comes to black people, which is do the right thing and put some white people in jail, or whoever in jail for any foul play, or they get justice for this young fellow. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of speculations and a lot of interesting things that are happening. You got the judge involved, we got one of her sons, and you got all it don't look good. It looks very bad. And the things that they did, because they are rich people and they are part of the political process and they are judges now involved. It's bad. I don't even know how the judge go preside over a case right now. Hopefully she's not. But
have you seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument? You just described.
I thought that clip was a little longer, but it's not. But what was happening is he had found one friend and he went on TMZ. It was like, yeah, I saw him at the party and all this and everything. Now they got the kid. They said he was found in the ocean. He washed up. Obviously, he did wash up into not the ocean, but whatever lake that they were in. And the coroners found him. And one kid said, hey, look, man, I went over there. The dad said he went over there to look for his son. He saw some people on the island. They didn't see him. But all of a sudden, he then saw these law enforcement, and then law enforcement found his son. And he wished he could have went that night. And the coach then came and brought him a boat. They went out there, looked for the son, which is amazing that he had to go and do all the looking for the son. It was amazing that the mom had to do the investigation to find the son's phone. These are things that you see on fucking Law and Order. Somebody died, then or unalive. You see them on Law and Order. They go and look for the phone and they go do the investigation, the same old investigation that they do at any given time. But then obviously we do know when it's an African-American young man that when the investigations are taking place, we don't get the same treatment that other people get. We don't get the same attention that other people get. We don't get the same resources put into our case that other people get. And thank God for social media. Because the national media, they just got a hold of this because of them looking at social media and all of the algorithm that this case is in. They're looking at millions and millions of people posting and millions of people talking about it, and they have no choice. And that's why I love social media so much today, because before social media, they would have wiped this up under the rug and it would have been another young black man died by some or surrounding some prominent people. I'm not going to pass judgment to say that these other kids and the mama and all of them had something to do with this kid being unalive, but it don't look good for them because of how they're conducting themselves. They should have been upcoming, forthright, having something to say about this situation before it happened. They should have been a first one on social media. I saw a friend, we went over there. I just was with him 5 minutes ago. I love him. And for this to happen to him, they should have been running around. They should have been running around the damn lake trying to find out answers because that is their friend. So people, they made the smart ass judge made it. They made it, if them kids didn't do anything wrong, they made it like they are doing something wrong, in my opinion. They're making it real hard for them to defend themselves and everything around it. So what really happened to the young man? They say right now there's no water was in his lungs. So that means he had to be unalive somewhere else and then throw it out there in the lake. Because again, if you drown, they put your head up in the water gets in your lungs, and then that is how you get unalive. If you somebody unalive, they throw them in the ocean, the water is not going to go in their lungs. You think it's going to go in their lungs, but then you'll see whether the water in the lungs created the unalive situation. So come on now. Something in the milk ain't clean, like my daddy used to say. Something in the milk ain't clean, son. And then my old girl would say, follow up behind them. S, float to the top. Well, they just blowing up my phone here. They find out that I'm going to get on stage at the J. Cole concert. Everybody want to go. But ain't nobody want to go walk these streets and knock on these doors and do and put these door handles on these doors. But yeah, it's a hard thing. It's bad. Listen, man, we need to hurry up and get ourselves together here in America. We need. I really appreciate the white folks that are on social media saying this is wrong. That shows we have a lot of promise in this country, that white people are really speaking out on what they see as an injustice, and it's not just a black thing. That's where we're at right now. There's a lot of white people right now, and it's because of Trump, that are saying, I know a lot of them that didn't vote for Kamala because she was black, and so now they realize that they fucked up. They realize, especially a lot of white women, the white Democratic women, they didn't vote for Kamala. A large part of them. And so now they're realizing that they made a big mistake, and they did it because of the racists in them. And now they're trying to atone for their sin, which is great because the good book says, you know, again, you could be forgave and you could do something better. You could do something better in their life. And so I see a lot of white folks now calling it for what it is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. A lot of white people have came to the conclusion that we do live in a racist country, and they don't want to practice those racist views. But then and that's why when I go through the community right now, when I go through this district and I have a conversation running for this congressional seat, a lot of these white people are opposed of the white lady running this race. When I tell you they got some shit to say about her, because that's what we're at in this country. And that's a beautiful thing. We are moving toward, look, we're understanding that it's the 1% versus us. Is these folks who got all the money, regardless of whether they're black, white, green, purple, whatever it is, versus everybody else. Just like the damn Hunger Games. I feel like that lady on the Hunger Games fighting the system. Luther, you're fighting the system in a bad war, and they only gave you a spear, and you're fighting the war. And the people, and you got an alliance of people, and they're coming. I got an alliance of people, man, some young people, and they're like, look, let's do this. But it's going to take all of us. And that's why I love it right now for where we're at as a country. We are not there yet, but where we're at as a country right now, Kamala Harris may have lost the election, but Trump has created a scenario where a lot of people didn't vote for her because she was black. A lot of white women didn't vote for her in the Democratic Party, just period, because she was black. A lot of black men didn't vote for her because they're sick and tired of the Democratic Party, rightfully so. I'm one of them, but I voted for her. I campaigned for her. I went out there and worked for her before she became the vice president nominee, because I knew better. The average person is not following politics like you would think that they were following politics on a regular basis like that. They're expecting us. They're expecting the media. They're expecting people who they confide in to tell them the right thing. And those people failed them. The Republican Party got into the algorithm and understood what made people tick, and they won the election because they were smarter than the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party had no message. They had a bunch of money with no message. And that's why people always ask me, how much money do you have in your campaign? I say none. It's not about the amount of money. It's about the message. It's about who the person is. Trump message was, I gave y'all a stimulus check, so y'all should be voting for me. I gave y'all this. Trump message is, I want to kick all the Mexicans out. His first message was, I'm going to build a wall. And now his next message, well, he started on the Mexicans and then he started on the Haitians. They're taking your jobs. He scared everybody as if they were taking their jobs, and white people looking around, if they were smart enough, they would have said, they're not taking our jobs. What are you talking about? But as long as you're going after anybody of this melanated color of skin, I'm going to vote for you because I don't like them anyway. We're going to take our America back. And I'm going to save you. And so meanwhile, those same people who are farmers, who dairy products, who are out there with the cows, who are out there agriculture and all that, they lost money. Because as soon as the man came in, he strong-armed the rest of the country and said, I'm putting tariffs on all y'all until you cut a deal with some of my kids, allegedly. He sent his son, his kids over there to cut deals with these countries, then he took tariffs off. People who put money into his campaign, he went over there and strong-armed them people. So Elon Musk, get your ass out of my office because you fucking up the program. Started out with the Doge, we're going to take all the people's jobs, all these people's jobs. That didn't work well. Stock went down. Elon Musk stock went down. Donald Trump approval rating went in the garbage to the point where he had to go out to the lawn and say, buy these Teslas. People, please, my constituents. But meanwhile, his people had turned on him also. That's why his approval ratings is low, because most of those people that you just saw in the video, they're sick and tired of sick and tired. They feel like they just got duped. We all sit around and say, y'all gonna fuck around and find out, which they did. Everybody has fucked around and found out right now. So they're gonna dust off Gavin Newsom and find somebody that they feel comfortable in voting for. That's what you're gonna have. Meanwhile, you got these career politicians in my race trying to be career politicians, hope people that continue voting with no sense. And I'm here to tell you, I'm taking my shot. Win, lose, or draw, I'm going to be all right. But is the Democratic Party going to be all right? That's going to be the question, because I'm one of the sick and tired and mad, upset that the party ain't doing shit for African Americans and it don't do nothing. I'm that guy. I'm the guy coming off the bench, coming out the stands, getting into the game. And so now it becomes to the people, whether the people elect me and put me in a position to be able to make change for my district and for the rest of the United States of America. Because the things that I do in my district, you're going to be demanding that every other African American district get the same thing. Because the money is there. The money is there. We ain't got no business fighting with nobody. The only people we should be fighting with is the people who are fighting against us. If you say something bad, if I'm representing the Black community, if you say something bad about my community, about my people, I need to stand 10 toes down against you. Let's have that conversation. So that's what we had, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. That's my show today. I'm going to be to the Bree event. I hate that young girl. I was following this young girl, Bree, who lost her life, some gun violence. I'm gonna be at her event in Pompano Beach on Thursday, 5 to 7. The young people coming out against gun violence. Gun violence got to stop, man. I'm telling you, it's got to stop. But it only stops when we do the right thing. People, the elected officials, do the right thing. We stop gun violence a lot in the city of Miami by just pouring into our young people. You pour into these young people. You help these young people. You know what I'm saying? You guide them. This girl was a social media influencer, just like any other social media influencer. Big time, she doing good. She got a rap song. She getting ready to blow up and everything like that. And all of a sudden, whatever happened, she's not here no more. Her and her cousin, who grew up with her. This girl was Miss Blanche Ely. That's how popular she was. In her high school days, she was Miss Blanche Ely. She's always been popular. So it made all the sense in the world to segue into social media world. If you're popular in your school, now you're popular to the people of the world. She has a gift of gab, has a beautiful smile. She has an aura around her that people like. And when you have an aura people like, then you'll have the jealousy comes in. And so you got to understand those things exist. But because her career was moving so fast, these young artists, they go, whether they're rapper, singer, whatever it is, and they get this instant success. And they'll, like me, I struggled with some things along the way until I had to get around some people who say, hey, you can't move like this no more, bro. You can't have this, and you got to straighten these dudes out around you, because it ain't never you, it's the people that are around you that put you in these predicaments. And you got to know when to move and when to. So she didn't have that opportunity because she was experiencing the success to have somebody get there and be like, hey, you can't move like this, you can't do this. Because we try to do a lot of avoiding the BS. It's avoiding those booby traps. It's like the golf course. You got a trap here, you got bogeys here, you got par here, you got birdies, you got the water, you got hazards all over the place. And you try to avoid those hazards and those traps because they will suck you back into something that where you don't need to be. And it's never the person. It's never the person. You think that little girl was talking about doing something to somebody? That little girl was having fun, talking to her trash on the thing. People loving her, people following her. She got the parties going on, and people coming to the parties. They enjoying themselves. It just was a lot of love. This was the queen of the school. You think she wasn't going to be the queen in life? That's what normally happens. When you're popular like that, and you have a gift of gab to being popular enough to be voted as a certain person of a certain statute, whether it's your high school or whether it's your college, whatever it may be, you go on to do great things. And that's why I'm so sad that this young girl, 21 years old, she just had so much in life. That's why when people go to talking this trash about young Miami, you know, all that, man, I know you ain't finna talk about my little young ladies, man. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I'm not going to be a part of it as long as I'm around here. I'm going to stand on business. I'm going to defend them at all costs. So I'm going to go to the event on Friday. Shouts out to Armando and Aficionados later on that evening. I got a fundraiser. If y'all want to come make a donation, come holler at me, a campaign contribution. Come to Aficionados cigar bar, brand new. My man Armando got a brand new cigar bar in Pines. Look it up. It's Aficionados in Pembroke Pines. We have a big fundraiser. They throwing it for me, all the guys over there. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Come on, meet and greet, holler at me, make a campaign contribution. That's gonna be one that we're gonna do over there to raise some funds for this campaign that we're running here. But I see y'all tonight. If y'all gonna be at the Casella Center, I'm gonna get out there on stage with the young man, and we're gonna get it done. And I'm gonna have some fun out there, ladies and gentlemen. That's my show. I'll see y'all Friday. It's the Uncle Luke Show podcast. Shouts out to everybody on my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Everybody on my Twitter, make sure you repost. Everybody on Facebook, I love you all. I love everybody in the community. And again, if you want to make a campaign contribution, I know anything, I volunteer. Go to my website, www.luthercampbellforcongress.com. Go to my website and make contributions. I volunteer. Just go over there and browse around. Look at the platform. These shirts and all that stuff is available on there. But this show is always available. This show is always brought to you by Luke Records. Go to Luke Records, www.lukerecords.com. You can go get your music. You can go get your paraphernalia. You can go see some videos and all that stuff like that there. Until the next time, like Walter Cronkite say, may the good news be yours. Peace. I love you guys. See ya later, alligator. Like my shirt. I like my shirt. I'm going to get on stage with it. Yeah.
The next great congressman from the state of Florida, and his name will be Luther Campbell.
I'm civil rights attorney Ben Crump, often referred to as Black America's Attorney General. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, went to high school at South Plantation High School. My dad still lives in Parkway. We want to make sure we have a strong advocate from our community who understands our culture to go fight for us in the United States Congress. So make sure you go vote for Uncle Luke Campbell for Congress on August 18th.